Feature films. Build it and people and resources will come. I found that by starting my first feature film, something I was so afraid of, something that just did not, like, I didn't even know how to begin, and I thought I had to get all these things perfect. I had all my ducks in a row. I just decided one day, all right, I got the script. I've had it ready for a year. Screw it. Let's get started. Let's get started with the goal of we're going to start filming any days that we can put together and just go for it. I'm not going to wait till I have everyone cast. I'm not going to wait till I have all the locations. I am going to use the fact that we are starting filming and rapidly moving forward as the pressure, as the impetus that we need to get things done, and we need to get those locations and actors found. And by starting, what I'm surprised by is, lo and behold, things start falling into place. You start finding actors, you start finding locations, everything kind of just starts being found. And, you know, it kind of comes back to this biblical wisdom of, if you raise your staff, the waters will part. If you step foot forward, the waters will part. You know, what you have to do the action for God to show up. You need to go and do the thing, and then eventually, like, things are gonna work out. But you need to take that leap or step of faith. And if you don't, those things are not gonna unfold. Things are not gonna work out the way that you hope that they will. And it's gotten me thinking, you know, while I'm working on this feature film, my hope is that this thing works out so that I can make my sci-fi trilogy. And I'm wrapping up a very important writing project right now, which is about, you know, it basically is me kind of unpacking the last, like, my entire journey and coming back to Christ and making films, and it's a premiere slash showcase slash life story and testimony. It's non-linear. I'm very excited about it. It's gonna be like a documentary film festival thing, and we're gonna basically use it to premiere my short film I did about my friend Mike. It's taken too long to work on, but like I just don't feel like I can do it without this. And it'll also be like a feature length worth of content, and I'm excited about that. And doing it's gonna be kind of like my first feature film, but not really. But I'm working on that as I'm doing my first feature film. And what's interesting about it is, like, I'm getting that wrapped up, and I'm finding my way back into writing. And writing is basically a way for you to construct reality and construct your worldview and the way you view things. And I think that's why it's taken me so much work to write this thing. It's been so difficult. And I didn't understand why. I didn't understand why this was beating me up so much. Yeah, I think it's because I'm looking back at the years of work that I've done and just thinking about, you know, this has been a lot. And I'm trying to look at the things that I don't think are what I want to do today and take a positive spin on it, and making this whole thing of films that honestly aren't God honoring, using it in a way to honor God. And that's been a very big challenge. And I think I'm finding a way to do it. But wrapping this thing up, I'm realizing, I'm ready to make my first, I'm ready to write my sci-fi trilogy. Like, I'm not going to be writing it constantly. I'm going to be writing it in bursts. Because if I wrote it constantly, I'd burn out every week. And you know, so because I know I have limited energy for it, and even if I was just focusing on writing, having myself go through all these life circumstances making the feature film, you know, I'm excited about it in the sense of I'm constructing I'm going through life in a way where there's a lot of traumatic and difficult circumstances I'm facing or there's a lot of stress. There's a lot of different challenges. And that could be inspiration to a writing project, but if I'm not working on that,
Welcome to New Jersey.
Thank you. If I, by writing something as I'm going through all these hardships, it's encouraging knowing that the hardships will be part of the writing and help me with the writing. So, it actually is encouraging to know, whatever happens, even if it's really hard, I'm going to use it. It's going to be part of the story. And I'm excited about that. And so I'm going to be using everything that I'm learning. And so I'm going to get started this thing. And I think because I'm not waiting for permission, I'm not waiting for things to be perfect. I'm leaping headfirst into this thing. I wonder how life will orchestrate itself and God will orchestrate my life so that I can make it happen. I think He will. I have faith. And I'm gonna document that as it happens. But yeah, I'm just gonna get started on the thing that scares me more than anything. I'm gonna work on my sci-fi trilogy soon. I'm gonna get back to it. I'm gonna go headfirst into writing that while I'm busy with doing other things, here and there when it's convenient, so that I'm not just sitting on my butt when we're not filming something or just constantly finding myself in endless prep work for the next shoot. Because at the end of the day, even if I was focused 100% on prepping shoots, there's still a chance that something could fall through and the water will splash out of the bucket. But there is a guarantee of if water splashes out of the bucket and we lose all the progress or whatever, worst case scenarios, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. It's like, well, I'm still not done my sci-fi trilogy. We still got to get this done. Let's move forward. It doesn't delay my writing of the sci-fi trilogy. That's actually the thing that scared me most, was if things didn't work out in the feature film, it would delay the writing of my sci-fi trilogy. That removes that fear. So I hope that from this video, what it might give you is an inspiration of that thing that you think you should be doing, but you think you should put off. No, get started it. Because here's the thing. The most successful person, documentedly successful person in terms of their riches and network is documented in public. The most successful person in the world is Elon Musk. In reality, it's probably some Russian oil oligarchy or something. But he will attack multiple problems at once when it makes no sense to anyone else. He will go and make the electronic car company, a rocket company, all these different things. Now, a lot of them don't pan out, sure. But, the things that are important do. The things that are critical, they do work out. And I think having those multiple battles going on, it stimulates you. It gives you energy for the others. Like one gives you energy for another, or it gives you resources for another. And so attacking multiple problems, I don't think is a bad thing. Yes, it's ADHD, but if you feed your ADHD to some degree, your ADHD will work for you as a weapon. I think he's a case study on that. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to get started it. I have other things I want to work on, but I'm going to be strategic about how much time I allocate to them. I think you want to be only spending time on things that you feel a love for, or spend more majority of times on things that are very important to you. Sure, though, there are things that aren't passion projects that probably will be more successful than others, but you'll know. You'll have an idea of what. You just pray for wisdom, and you'll find it to know which one's the right project to work on. But I hope this video is helpful. Appreciate you watching. It is bright, and You're bright too. Have a good one. If you want to support the channel, like, comment, subscribe, and appreciate you watching. If you have any questions or need help or need a video on anything, leave a comment or an email at the email on the screen. Appreciate you watching. Have a good one. Later. Bye.